Episode 28, John's birthday.
Whoa.
Snap crack.
Oh
boy,
hey,
we're back.
yo.
The long-awaited return.
We got fat birthday episode.
Birthday boy.
Birthday special.
Oh, yeah,
Let's do the noisemaker.
Yeah, I don't know. I never know how to do these.
Right. I think you have to be happy for them to work.
I have blown into these and
Yeah.
they didn't work, and I was depressed. So that checks out. Happy birthday, Johnny! The big 2-8.
Oh, dude. It honestly feels appropriate.
Yeah.
Let me put my headphones on here.
Oh yeah.
Apologize if I seem a little out of it. I took a hit of acid today.
Did you really?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, you know what's so funny?
I was not gonna tell you.
Right when I got here, I noticed your pupils were big.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't. My first thought wasn't.
You just take a freaking nape.
No, I was like, oh, it's sunny out. I guess it's sunnier out than I thought. His eyes are.
Oh, dude.
Wait, no. The sun makes your pupils small. So
acid makes your pupils big.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So I
and
got
then
it backwards.
Painkillers make your pupils small too.
Oh yeah.
Sign if someone's.
Yeah.
If the teacher of your son's third grade class has little pinners for us, like with an OxyContin, dude.
God,
Which you're so right about teachers. By the way, this is the type of person.
Yeah.
And it's so funny that teachers never liked me when I was a kid, and teachers don't like me when I'm an adult, like living my adult life. Just me as a person, teachers don't like me.
And that, I mean this. That means you're a good person. that means you're better than...
Because there's so many servers, because I work at two different restaurants now,
right.
and both are servers that are also teachers, and both of them I can't even talk to the
bro.
I'm like, and I'm not like a weird guy at work. I know how to make like small talk at work, and it's just brick wall.
No,
nothing.
I'll tell you exactly what it is. Teachers only like talking to people they can talk down to, because their whole day is just them like. Even if the kids don't like them, they still need the teacher's approval in some way.
Zweigel hot dogs. Zweigels? Hot dogs? Wait, there's
Go on.
How do you say it? The word.
Oh, Zweigel.
Yeah.
Tell us you know the English language. Congrats, dude.
It was exactly what it was. Yeah, and I had this birthday hat on, and I was like, you dumb bitch. It's hard. It's so hard to be taken seriously with this hat.
I like it, dude. Did I ever tell you? Did we already talk about this on the podcast? I think it was either me, you, and Dave, or just me and Dave. But one time we were at the Carlson sitting at the bar, and we like had our notebooks or something. Like we had something on the bar.
You started checking your grammar.
Yeah, I wish, dude. No, that would have been infuriating too. But we I don't know if we had our notebooks. That sounds dumb, but for some reason she knew we were comedians sitting at the bar. And she came up to us and was like, "Oh, are you guys comedians?" And then just started telling us things about comedy.
Comedy
basically
works.
Being like, "Well, what I've always heard is blah, blah." And then I interrupted her and I was like, "Can I guess what you do for a living?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Are you a middle school teacher?" And she was like, "No, elementary school." And I was like,
well,
I fucking knew it, dude. Yeah. You guys all have the same weird fucking vibe.
Just the way of talking to people.
They talk to everyone like they're kids. And listen, I know some teachers that I do, like my friend Josh is married to a teacher, wonderful woman. She's not like that, but for the most part, I would say 75% of the time, they all have just this annoying
way of
vibe,
superiority complex.
And I've talked to my girlfriend about this because we both didn't get along with teachers. There was always one teacher a year that liked me, and they would really like me for some reason.
Yeah,
and then every other teacher couldn't stand, hated me.
Yeah,
and I've had the same conversation you just said. As I get older, I still don't like them.
Yeah.
Now they're my age.
Yeah.
Because the people that become teachers are the kids that were teachers' pets.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you guys suck too.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I'll teach. I don't really have much to teach, but I'm the type of guy where if you don't listen to me, then won't have anything to do with. I don't like repeating myself.
Yeah.
I guess
No, and I do respect the fact that they have to sit up there and talk to little pieces of shit. Like, that does suck.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to disparage, like, the actual... But the people that fall into it, fuck kids. And
they're quiet on set.
Yeah. They're quiet. They make sure you're quiet on set. And they can't turn off their... Like, they have to be, like, teaching you something at all times. And they're the craziest alcoholics I've ever met in my life. And I know we're double fisting right now, both of us. But they
staying hydrated.
I used to...
Well, actually, alcohol dehydrates.
Yeah, I'm like, well, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Like, what, you think I got into... I'm out at 9 p.m. trying to be hydrated? Like,
no, dude.
9 p.m.
Trying to forget.
But, yeah. I had a teacher, my 10th grade bio teacher. She was just like this... I don't know how else to describe her, but besides saying fat slut, she was just like
fat slut.
You could, like now looking back, she was like this chubby, like kind of attractive girl, I guess, with a tongue ring, like a vibrant tongue ring. Teaching 10th graders.
She was teaching children.
Yeah, and like she fucking hated me, dude. She did not like me.
If I would take my child out of that school, if someone with a tongue ring was crazy. Was telling my child what to do.
Dude, one time I was standing
tongue rings are for blowjobs, right?
I mean, if they're not, they're implying it.
Yeah,
like it's right. You're not like.
And that was before like the body image positivity thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Like at that time, it meant that like nobody's ever not given a blowjob.
There's no LGBTQ.
No,
she was like, I'm an educator.
Yeah. And she would talk, and it would like, dude, it was like, and you know when you're in high school and just like anything slightly hot, you're just like, oh, God. She hated me, and she had that tongue ring. And I'd be like, what is she up to, dude?
Recipe for.
What is she up to? But then she would come in every once in a while and just be miserable. And now I look back, I'm like, oh, she was hungover, like. All the telltale signs, like she would teach class like this, like she'd be like leaning on the desk. I'm like, yeah, that's what I would do too.
And then you find out how little teachers make a year, and you're like, why do you think you're so much better than?
Well, why would you get into it? I just like God bless.
I have a master's degree.
Yeah.
Sounds like you wasted your fucking time.
I know.
But you can make more money at the post office. So you don't have to I think it's because they like telling people what to do.
Yeah, I think Or they like, I had a couple friends, excuse me. I had some friends that like got into teaching, or I don't know if they're teachers anymore, but like college friends. And they all were like history majors or like English majors. And then it just got to their senior year and they're like, shit, I guess I'll teach. Like, cause they were just like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. So they would just like get their master, and like they didn't like kids, and they were like, I'm gonna be a teacher. You're like, what a crazy.
Yeah, they just signed whatever was on the bulletin board.
Yeah, I mean, you get summers off. That's pretty dope. Oh, but what I was gonna say is that teacher with the tongue ring. One time, I wasn't sitting down when the bell rang, and she was like, I mean, I look at it like she was a bitch, but she I was a little rascal, and she didn't like me, and she was like, if you don't sit down right now, you have to stand the whole class. And I was like, all right. And I stood the whole class.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not hard to do.
No. And it was harder than I thought. I'll give her that. It wasn't fun, but to prove a point, it wasn't too bad.
Worth it.
Yeah, it was worth it.
Like, you in high school? Yeah.
Yeah, and then, like, I was, like, dicking around with the kid that sat next to me, and she kind of couldn't say it, because it's like, your punishment is not working. Like,
yeah.
But, yeah, that's the end of the
story. I could never teach high school, because I would just be like, I do not care about you at all.
Yeah, well, I would be the teacher in every rapper's song, where I would be like, you're not going anywhere. Like, I would just
you would be Full Nelson. You ever see Full...
Oh, yeah.
Half Nelson.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Yeah.
Just doing crack in the bathroom. And having a kind of sexual relationship with a third grader. Remember that, dude?
I'm gonna watch that later tonight.
It's a great movie, but I remember the credits roll.
It's so funny that I almost missed. I like. It's not like I was waiting around. It's whenever I text you, I was like, I'm here, ready.
Yeah.
And I woke up at like 5:50.
Oh, dude, I knew it.
Fuck.
I knew it because we were like texting all day, and then I felt bad.
Brain got tired.
I was like running behind.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I'll be there at 6. And I didn't hear from him. And I was telling Liz, I'm like, I love that he's like this because it does fit with me so well to be like, all right, if he doesn't wake up, we don't do it. Whatever.
If he doesn't wake
I
up,
knew you were asleep. I knew it.
But so yeah. Well, the thing is, my sous chef gave me a hit of acid,
Nice,
and yeah,
dude.
dude,
I love the restaurant bit.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Technically, your boss, right? Would that be your boss?
Yeah, my manager, I guess.
Can you imagine if I came in here? I was like, my boss gave me some acid.
Well, he's like, just don't take it at work.
Yeah. Oh,
or take it at work.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know.
If you're too high, just sit at the bar.
Dude, my friend Colby, one time, we worked at the restaurant together, and he was like, dude, you got to try these chocolate-covered whatever. And I was like, hell yeah. And I ate it, and he started laughing. I was like, what? He was like, it was weed. And I was like, you can't do that.
You can't drug somebody, dude.
First of all,
I have to drive home. I have to work.
Yeah, and I'm like not good with weed. It fucked me. I had to go home. I was like,
really?
I have to go home. Yeah.
You shouldn't drug people. That's not good.
Well, in his defense, like it wasn't like I wasn't mad that he drugged me. It's just like that's the wrong one.
Yeah.
For the like, if you popped an Adderall and we're like, ha, it's Adderall, I'd be like, all right, well, I'll get to work.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, weed at a restaurant, dude. I was already like, that was back in my like really shy, self-conscious era.
Yeah.
And then you put weed on that, and you're like, all right, go serve your ex-girlfriend and her new boyfriend. Like shit like that would happen. I'd be like, oh god,
dude. I watched Waiting last night.
Great movie.
That is the most authentic depiction of any restaurant.
Fuck the bear.
Yeah, I think the bear pales in comparison to the authenticity that Waiting nailed it first time.
Yep.
It's like, I bet you think we're all gay, don't you?
And then he shows him his balls.
Yeah.
It's great. That movie is so good.
Yeah.
There's always the Ryan Reynolds trying to fuck the hostess.
Yeah.
They nailed it.
The fucking crackhead server.
Yeah. Like it's, and then the guy coming in that's like, you need it more than I do.
Yeah.
Like at the end, you're like, oh, dude, I know that.
Can I get some more tea?
Yeah. You're like, oh, you
fuck
bitch,
that,
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason Long. He gets, but also he's got the girl, so fuck him.
Yeah.
And that's I was like, that is Hollywood. That's the only Hollywood part is like, there's no party after work.
No. Actually, this is where I work. The restaurant I worked at was like that. We would all go to this one house like once every couple weeks and have like a crazy rager. And every time we'd be up till like 7 a.m, and then half of us would have to work at like 11.
Oh, that sucks.
And my whole life has just been me being like, do you guys not feel like shit? Like every time like I don't get a lot of sleep and everyone else with me just continues on.
Yeah.
I'm like, why am I like a giant bitch? Which likely
turns out, yeah,
that is likely. But they would just go to work, and then I'd be like, I gotta go home. I can't do this.
Well, I guess they just needed the money. Yeah, they're more worried about.
That's probably true.
I mean, not to talk shit, but you call in with way more confidence of keeping your. I think I'm going to get fired every day.
Oh no, I do too. That's what you got twisted. I do too. I just accept it.
Go to bed.
I just go. I would rather be fired.
You can fire me. I'm going to bed.
No, that's how I do it in my head. I go, is this worth getting fired? And I go, yeah.
That's the surefire side of a rock star salesman to be like, I'm sleeping for these hours.
You can do what you want with my paycheck.
Yeah. I remember like the most baller was my birthday last year. I was supposed to like work at this other like sister chain, and the chef, I was supposed to call the chef, or he's supposed to call me, and I texted him, I was like, don't call me after 5 o'clock.
Saying that to your boss is so funny.
Be like, don't call me after these hours.
You can call me.
Well, but in my defense, I was going to go to MMA gym, so I was going to miss the call, and then I was going to get drunk afterwards. It's a waste of his time.
Yeah. Well, no, I did that too. Like, I think I told you, I might have said this on the podcast, but I, like, one time was just, like, I was in, like, New Jersey, and my boss called me and was like, hey, you have to work tonight. And I was like, no, I called out. And he was like, well, we need you here. And I was like,
I'm not coming.
The fastest I can be there is 6 hours. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, we'll figure it out. It's like, yeah, dude. What?
You fucking idiot.
You think I'm lying to you? You think I'd lie? No, this is at the restaurant.
Oh,
I was like, you think my big lie would be that I'm in New Jersey? Like, I'm not lying.
Dude, but the thing is, here's what I know about restaurants. They're calling you. The problem will be solved by the time anyone gets there anyway.
Yeah.
The work will be done.
And also,
it's such a reactionary fucking...
Restaurant managers don't do shit most of the time. They can serve a little bit.
Yeah.
They can pick up the slack.
Yeah.
Earn
They just feel... Yeah.
Actually, I don't think they make much, but I always thought
does anyone make any money?
No. Except for everyone I know.
Yeah, right? But everyone's either like Silicon Valley or like just...
Anyone I went to high school or college with, doing great. Everyone else, no.
Bob Cosgrove across the street, he died. He had a heart attack.
My mom doesn't do that yet, at least yet. We don't know our neighbors, so that... I don't think she'll do that, but what she does tell me
How do our neighbors know? We were it was like
you lived in like a neighborhood, right?
We lived in a nice neighborhood, but our house was like monster house. It was all like run down.
But you lived in like a proper neighborhood.
Yeah.
I lived on like a street where people went like 40 down the, you know, like
dude, I remember like almost getting like sideswiped every time I try to like go your driveway.
Yeah, we have a treacherous driveway. But yeah,
I bet your dad loves it. He's got a fortress.
No, my dad loves flying backwards down the driveway and then slamming on the brake because he's like, they shouldn't be cutting through our street. So he's like scaring the people, and then my dad will drive under the speed limit. So so you're going faster backwards out of our driveway than you are on the expressway.
To find a victim.
Yeah, it's crazy. But what my mom will tell me is like, she'll tell me about like an ex-girlfriend of mine, how great they're doing. I'm like, how do you know?
How do you?
Or like, she'll be like, you remember that girl I tried to say? She'll just basically be like, are you gonna ever marry somebody or do it? And I'm like, I have a wonderful girlfriend, mother.
Like, am I not already a financial burden on you?
Yeah, right. I'm like,
I'm already borrowing enough money. Wait till I need like.
Exactly. I'm like, if you give me money, I'll put a weight ring on
money just happens when you have a family? It's more of a financial burden.
Dude, that's the craziest thing. Like getting older, like my girlfriend wants to have kids. I want to have kids too, but I'm just like, I won't do this to my kid. Have them grow up in an apartment where I can barely pay the rent. Like I can't. And she's like, yeah, no, I get it, but like my clock is ticking, and it's just like, yeah, but
I understand.
What's gonna happen when the kid comes?
We're not going to trailer in the middle of the country.
Yeah, we're not going to be doing better because we have a kid.
Yeah, it's kind of a depressing.
It is. It's dark.
See, it's kind of one of the benefits of being a guy. It's like, we can just jerk off forever.
Yeah, it is. It is, and
that's really our only clock.
It genuinely is like the worst thing I feel. But like for women, I'm like, that does, because having a kid is like one of those things where it's, to me, I don't want to like have a kid right now, but I can't live life without knowing what it's like to have a kid. Like I just feel like that's like you're missing the experience. You know? It's but I'm like, well, not now. And I'm like, well, I'm 33. Fuck. My dad had his last kid at this age.
And I'm like, serious?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
It's crazy.
That's crazy
Different
to think
time.
about. Yeah. I'm trying to think my life is going to get better on the other end.
Yeah. I keep I'm like, give me like 5 years. We'll have some money. But I said that 5 years ago too. So.
Yeah.
What can you do?
Dude, I got so high.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. That's why I'm being so bad at this podcast right now, because
you're doing great.
It's so funny how I was like, yeah, dude, I'm gonna do drugs. It's gonna be a fucking electric, bro.
Yeah. Well, that's
I took it too early.
That's the thing. Well, and psychedelics, you forget that like if you stop focusing for a second, you just go somewhere else.
Yeah,
and then you're like, oh shit, I'm on
dude.
Earth. Fuck. I can see it in your eyes because I've been there, and I can see you're just going. And then you're like, oh yeah.
Oh shit, my bad. I guess I was tripped. Dude, people on psychedelics are so annoying. Unless you're on them. Dude, I guess I was in my own little world. Sorry, bro.
Sorry, dude. I'm not on this plane, dude.
Yeah, dude. I'm just thinking about the Netherverse.
I'm on first class on another plane, dude.
Dude, I'm just thinking about Wiz Khalifa and Paperbound, bro.
It is fun.
White boys love, dude. Wiz Khalifa was the anthem. Like people,
yes,
because like
and Fetty Wap for a minute too.
Yeah, dude. Something about that like swag rap.
Yeah,
or the guy who gave me the hit of acid, he called it backpack rap. I was like,
I do feel bad for black people when we just like because that shit's
dude,
dope.
My favorite backpack rap.
And then black people have to just be like, yeah, now we don't like it.
Yeah.
Like, it was cool, but you guys ruined it. 1738.
What is it? Dude, actually, I have a great job. My other chef, Tommy, was talking about like, he's like, people hate on Drake, but like, for me, it's like story of my life. You know what I mean? All these women problems. I'm like, dude, that's
so funny to me. Like, I relate to Drake, who's been a millionaire since he was 19.
You want to think Tommy is the best.
Yeah. No, I do. I like Drake what's funny to me is that it's like socially acceptable to like Drake as a guy, because there's other music that I won't tell people I like because they're like, that's so get like that shit's get whatever. And then I'm like, wait, so why is Drake okay? It's like emotional, like girl left me out. Like
I just want to fuck in the shower. I just want to fuck in the shower.
As soon as I started talking, I was like, I can't think of a Drake song.
Yeah, dude, I couldn't even think of anything.
I got nothing.
Yeah, but we were hanging out at my house, and I was like, all right, let's go to the bar. So we go to the bar. This is like noon.
Wait, who are you hanging
out? Me and my roommate. Yeah.
Okay. I thought you meant you went to your parents' house.
No, I would never. Yeah. I would never go to the bar with my parents.
Yeah. Me neither. Yeah.
It's embarrassing. Like my mom, it's not fun.
No, it literally takes.
It's like and my parents argue over the bill before they even order. They argue over the bill. It's like, oh, why did we do this?
Yeah, that stinks.
Like anytime. Like my parents wanted me to go on like get on a plane with them. I'm like, I'm not getting on a plane with you guys. You got to be fucking joking.
God bless you for realizing that, because I forget that, and then my parents are like, "Do you want to go?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then I get in the car and they just fight, and I'm like, "Oh, it's great to be here."
This is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, it's just watching myself fight with my girlfriend from the back seat. It's like the worst.
Fucking awful, bro.
It stinks.
So we go to this bar. We go to the bar that I go to every day.
Here she is.
And I'm playing pool, and I'm actually winning at pool. I think LSD might be my drug. Maybe not for podcasting, but LSD might be my drug.
That's how the monkeys.
Yeah, dude. Because I could barely hold on. I could barely hold on to the pool cue. I was so high, dude.
Yeah.
And then
you were Jimi Hendrix at what was the festival?
Woodstock.
When he did acid.
Oh yeah. When he like lit the guitar on fire and it was like,
he said he thought the guitar was snakes trying to bite him while he was playing. I watched the video. He's just crushing. You're like, God damn it, dude.
Yeah, dude. If I had, that's confidence.
Yeah, it is.
Jacob, he comes up to me, he's like, yo, it's someone else's birthday today at the bar. And I was like, no shit. So I go up to him and we do a shot together. The thing is, I'm so high on acid, I forget how to like behave at a bar. Yeah. So like, I like shake his hand, I buy him a drink, and then she gives me the change. I don't leave a tip. I take all the money back.
Which, to be fair, like when you take psychedelics, the society just unravels. Yeah. So you're just like, well, it's my money. I paid. Yeah, I paid you. So,
and I mean, let's be honest. She probably didn't even know. It's so fun. The thing is, it was her birthday yesterday, and she was also just as drunk as us.
That's so funny.
It's like, if I'm tripping, my goals are to not get kicked out.
Yeah.
If I can not get kicked out, or like, you know, not start any trouble, because like psychedelics are like really abrasive to some people. Are like, oh, this guy must be crazy or some shit. So if I can make it so I don't get like in trouble for being in public on them, because I've been on acid and really weird. I'm so used to being on acid in public.
Dude. That's horrifying.
I'm so used. Oh, I'm a drug addict, so
I have a really funny acid story after.
But anyway, so we do a shot and like I guess they're staying at an Airbnb on Park Ave. And I was like, oh, you work on Park Ave? I told them about the bakery that I work at on Sunday. And I was like, yeah, I just work there on Sundays. I don't know what the fuck they do on any other day of the week, but I'm there on Sundays. And I showed them the Instagram, and there's like, I didn't even realize there's like a big rockin' pair of tits in
Really?
Yeah, dude. I was like,
damn, dude, you didn't notice?
It's like a, hold on a second. So derail the podcast.
No, that's fine. I was trying to think of something to say, and then I had nothing. So I'm like, oh, we suck.
No, yeah, I just remember seeing like.
Well, when you're on acid,
I just started thinking about tits.
Something I've like. Have you ever been around somebody that's never done a drug while you're on it? Because like my one time I was on acid with my friends, and one of our friends had never done it and didn't. And he was like, "Whoa, this is probably crazy." And I was like, "No, like I'm still here. It's just like shit's a little weird."
Yeah, so maybe I just envisioned it in my mind. I don't know what happened.
Can't find the rockin' tits,
dude. I swear to God, like on there,
this is like so funny
with a cupcake and like big tits.
It's so funny to be on acid and be like, "I swear there were tits, dude. I saw them with my own eyes." That's you honking tits.
So I told him that I told him to come to brunch there or whatever. And
dude, there's always a girl with tits serving cupcakes.
And then the bartender came out and we all took a picture. We all took like a picture together.
Your eyes were like,
dude, I was so fucking like sweat pouring down my face. And like, I don't know if you've ever like met people from out of town who are like, I guess like they were here for some lacrosse tournament or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
But I just thought it was so funny that I met these people, and I was like, yeah, I've worked at restaurants all over the city. And
you're trying to like big dick them with you,
not even that, just like.
I'm on acid. I work at every restaurant you've ever been to.
I should not have been in public at all.
That is, at least it was during the. I feel like during the day, it's gonna sound backwards, but I think during the day, it's more acceptable because you're being like, but people aren't. That's not their first thought. Is like, is this guy fucked up on something? They're like, he's just a wacky guy.
So funny, as I kept looking, I was so tweaked out. I kept like stepping. Looking behind my, must have looked insane, bro.
Yeah, but
you know what's so funny about that is people are so weird. You know, I'm not sure he could have even described it any other. He couldn't even probably have described how I was behaving.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. He probably just thinks your personality is weird.
Yeah,
he's like, that guy was kind of weird, and that's fine. Yeah,
and the thing is, like, I was just gonna buy him a shot and be done with it, but like his wife was like really into it. She's like, "It's probably your birthday."
Oh boy!
And
did she have a pineapple on her shirt by any chance?
Something I don't remember.
That means they're swingers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But me and Jacob, and I told Jacob. But we were drinking there before Jacob had to go to work.
I was just.
And I was like, you should go to where he works. And they're like,
he's like,
dude. He was like, dude, I'm gonna get fired today. I swear to God. It's like, bro. But in my mind,
you gotta pull it together.
I was like, are you on acid? Because like,
You're like, tap me in. I'll go to work.
It's so funny how like I was the one who should have been out of control, right? And then I looked over and he was like,
well, that's the thing. Like acid, you're kind of in control. You toss a couple drinks in there, it doesn't do that much.
Yeah.
Like, I always feel like when I drink on psychedelics, I'm like, we always say deleting beers, but it does feel like you're literally it's just like going through you. You're not.
Yeah, you're not even getting drunk.
Yeah. It's just like, oh.
That was a long-winded story. It was a lot more fun when it was happening.
No, that's great, man. I have a quick acid story that you'll appreciate because it's about a friend of ours that I take 3, I think, or 2.
What podcast was I watching? Was it you? They were talking about like he was on Joe Rogan, but he was like
I wasn't.
He was like a Harvard. No. He was like a Harvard professor. He was like an Ivy League professor. But
the guy that does drugs.
Yeah, like all drugs should be
Carl
legal.
Hart.
Yeah, Carl. And he's like, all you have to do is go to sleep.
Yeah, he's the guy that's like, I do a little heroin. Now and then.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, but his big thing is you have to go to bed, which is like it's the people like the guy who we used to live with.
Yeah,
he refused to go to bed. There's just some people.
Me and you have always bonded over this. When we're fucked up, we love to go to bed. And I think that's why
there's some people that we know in our lives who just refuse to go to sleep. And they're like children. They're like children. They're like, I don't want to go to bed.
Well, what's crazy to me is like, do you guys not think about tomorrow ever? Like, because that was my thing. I'd be like, well, I'm having fun, but not enough fun for it to completely ruin my day tomorrow. So I'm going to bed. And they would just be like every night, like, fuck tomorrow, dude. And that's crazy to me.
Just refusing to, like, violently refusing to go to sleep. But then
I never remember either of the two people that refused to go to bed ever being like, I guess they would sleep till like 3 p.m. I was going to say they were never like groggy, I guess.
Dave would fucking go too. Like, you'd like fucking do like,
electrical engineering. Yeah, he's like getting awards.
Yeah, one time we were on acid, he's like, I'm going to work. Yeah. They can't figure it out.
Yeah, we're like, dude, you can't figure out a car. What are you talking about?
The thing is, he was right, though. Like, he could have easily just gone in there.
Didn't he? Or did he? We convinced him not to, right?
We convinced him not to.
I think one time he did go, though. I think, like, one time we weren't there, and he just went.
But that's kind of, dude, the fact that he could go in and just, like, kill it.
Yeah.
That is some rock star shit.
And he only got fired. Like, he would just do whatever he wanted. And then
they had to fire him.
He only got fired because he shit his pants and puked at the same time. Which is the funniest.
Why?
I mean...
But at the same time, yeah.
Well, because what I think about it from the other workers' perspective. Like, I work in an office. Everyone there, I can't tell them, like, too much about what I'm up to. Because I'm like, they're going to think I'm insane. And he was 10 times worse.
Yeah.
And at a very professional... Like, they must have been like, what the fuck?
I feel
like... I can't imagine puking at my job doing either one of those. Like,
yeah, crazy.
And he... Yeah. All right. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. But, I remember, yeah, dude, just... That's like Wolf of Wall Street shit, bro.
Yeah, but like in an office where you're working with a lady named Deborah.
Yeah.
Like it's not Wolf of Wall Street. That's the thing. Like it would have been fine if he was on Wall Street. He was with Debbie. Dude. He was with Debbie like, I'm going to shit.
Debbie, Deborah, I'm going to shit. Clean me up.
Debbie, I need a wipe. He was like a little kid, dude.
But a genius.
Yeah, genius. Oh, man.
Oh, that's so hilarious.
He's just on the toilet yelling out for somebody to wipe him. At work,
dude. It's so true, bro.
Oh, dude, speaking of... Oh, no, go on. Mine's boring.
He had... Because...
He drove a BMW,
and he had paper towels jammed down his pants because he had a shitty ass. He taught me about having a shitty ass, dude, bro.
I remember I remember him. He said like his ex-girlfriend said that he was like unhygienic, and he was like, "What am I not doing?" I'm like, "Well, do you shower, right?" He's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Do you clean your ass in the shower?" He's like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Do you like soap your asshole?" And he was like, "No." And I'm like, That's what she means, dude. It was my first guess. My first guess was you're not cleaning your ass. And I was right. Taught a 40-year-old man to wash his asshole. It's crazy.
That's so funny.
Oh, those were the days, man.
Oh man, yeah. I remember we tripped a lot with him because he was down to do any drug.
Yeah,
even when you had to do any drug with. He was always around. You had to share your drug.
Yeah.
He was like a sniper in that fucking lazy boy chair, just like...
He literally kicked my door open once because he thought I had drugs. He was like, where are they? I'm like, bro, if I had them, they would not be up for grabs.
He was lotioned up, being like, what the f-?
Came in his streak-stained whitey tighties, like, where are they, dude?
My favorite story is when he walked in on you with a girl, and he's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, you thought you got their room wrong?
Yeah, he didn't act... like you would if you went. No, he did it twice. That's why it was crazy. We just moved into the apartment. I was with my girlfriend on the floor in a sleeping bag because I didn't have a bed yet. Yeah. And he came in once and he was like, ugh. And I was like, it's not your room. And he's like, what? And I was like, yours is across the hall. And he was like, oh. And then like 5 minutes went by and he came in again. And I was like, bro.
Yo.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. That was very funny.
Yo, I'm so glad, dude. That was a crazy place to live.
It was
man.
so crazy.
It was so perfect. That was supposed to be the comedy house, bro.
Dude, you know what it was to me is like, and we might have said this before, but it was literally I went to college and I had that like era of my life where it was like that was the era and that was the second version of that where I was like, that's like the best memories I ever had.
Dude, that's all I've really been doing is just trying to put off adulthood and just trying to find more college shit.
Bro, I've been so like, and I mean this like not in a concerning way, but it's just like I have been just depressed as fuck because it's the first time in my life where I've had to just address that I have to be an adult.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, it's like all that is like kid stuff has to be over. And I don't mean it like I can't have fun or anything, but it's just like the like going to a bonfire with like 25 people. Yeah, like, I'll never do that again.
Yeah, no, you have to like plan ahead.
Yeah, it's like all my friends have kids and shit. I'm like, oh, like now it's like
the idea of having fun. Yeah, you can't really. Yeah,
you have to. But I will say, I was thinking about this. This is why comedy is so great because I feel like comedians. It's one of the only jobs where you continue to have like good friends that are your age that you hang out with. Like my friends that have a wife and kids, that's it. They go to work and they come. They're not like we like go out with other grown adults
and they're the best comedians are the best people to hang out with because they're always talking shit.
Because they're
always questioning everything.
They got a good mind on them. Not smart, just just a good mind.
And I don't even do comedy really that much anymore. You're
doing it
more
right
podcast
now,
oriented.
This is, comedy.
I'm trying to be more of a podcaster.
Don't tell anybody that, but
no.
This is the same way I tell nobody I'm a comedian until it benefits me. You know what I mean? Like at work, I'm not like, comedian here.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to tell anybody.
Oh, yeah. No. Oh, dude, no. I've confessed this to you before, but I've sent girls a link, and that's like automatic. I just want to be friends, like instantly.
Yeah, they're like you're basically being like, hey, do you want to think less of me?
You don't think there's something worse than herpes?
No, because every single person I talk to that's not in like we've said this a million times. We had to do this.
We don't even really want. We kind of feel like we have to. If you're a
comedian, it's like, well, if you're not doing a podcast, you're not working hard. So we had to do this. But every person outside of comedy that I know is like, oh, what are you going to start a podcast? Oh, two white guys are going to start a podcast. And it's like,
it's in our DNA.
Yeah, we have to.
It's like NASCAR podcasting. Yeah. We have to do it.
Yeah, it's like living in the 1600s and be like, what are you going to be, a farmer? It's like, yeah, what else are we going to do? Yes. We have to do this.
Yeah, dude, it's in my DNA.
Yeah, the soil needs to be turned or whatever the fuck they do. The cows need to be
I don't know that poor people bullshit.
Yeah, that's for fucking real honkies. I don't know.
I'm a fucking nepo baby.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that
My
means.
dad had a podcast. It means nepotism. It means your dad
Oh,
got
yeah.
it for you. Our dads did not have podcasts, believe it or not. My dad actually
Thank God.
disapproves of it.
I talked to my dad on the phone for 3 minutes. It was a nightmare. Talking to your dad on acid is
oh my God.
Because I knew he was going to call me. I knew he was going to call me.
I would have turned my phone off if
I was thinking about putting it on airplane mode.
Yeah, that's scary as hell.
But I knew it. But yeah, that was a short conversation.
Yeah, I like me and my dad will text, and every time we text, no matter how good the news is that I have for him, it just turns
into
like,
money.
He's just like, oh, that's great news. Like, how's your retirement? Like, it's always, and then if I get my retirement fund good, he's like, all right, well, how's do you have a savings for that? And I'm like, can't we just appreciate
Where is this
the
money
step
coming?
that I made? You know.
Yo, put me in rehab. I want to go to rehab, bro. I think we say that. We talk about this every episode.
Yeah, we do. It made me bring my joke back.
We just want to go on vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
But we want people to be proud of us for going on vacation. That's what it is. That's my whole bit. Is like, it really is a foolproof plan. If you hate your job, get a problem. You need a problem.
And then drug problem.
If you have health insurance, they have to let you go, and then they have to be proud of you when you come back. And you're like, I just spent a month in the Poconos.
Yeah, dude. Where like you're playing tennis and other drug addicts are telling you how much they love you.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Oh, this is awesome.
They're required to tell you they love you. They're like, that's part of their like journal about how much you love me.
And then you get back on heroin again.
I'm back, baby.
Immediately. It's out of my
Your
control.
first day back at work, you're fucked up. You're like,
but all these he didn't fix that radio out in Afghanistan. He figured out the frequency of the radio in Afghanistan.
The great part is that you show back up fucked up and they go, oh man, he's going to have to go again. And he goes, I guess so.
Put me back in rehab.
I guess I'm going
Dude,
back.
I would love to go in and out of rehab, bro. That'd be so awesome.
It does. I'd have my mom write my name on the inside of my underwear. It'd be sleepaway
Pray
camp.
for Sean. Fundraiser.
Yeah.
Just you. It's always the kid in like the best possible picture. Like it's always the button-up shirt.
Yeah.
He wears the same sweatshirt every day.
Yeah. He's never worn that ever again.
That picture day shirt. Be like,
oh my God, dude. That's so funny.
He's a good at the Empire Hospital. He's on acid.
He's my high school friend's there. He's fucked up. God damn it, dude. Oh, I guess I'll go back.
Yeah, there's a hot place.
The whole time you're having 3 light beers at night. And they're like, I guess he's got a real problem. You're like, yeah.
It's like, the 3 light beers is fine, but it's the thing is like just being out of. I'm not on heroin, but I am completely out of control of my life. It's
derailing.
I think
you know what I think I've realized is because you've never been to therapy before, right? Me neither. I think therapy is exactly the thing that we're talking about. we need to go to rehab. It's like, no, you need one person in your life to be like, all right, what's going on?
Here's the thing with therapy is like, so you're going to pay $600 for someone to be like, how much are you drinking?
Yeah, and then you
should drink less. You should communicate more. Like these are all things that I know what they're going to tell me to do.
That's true. But maybe if you had somebody that like you had to report back to, but then I'm like, how many reporting backs do I need in my life?
Yeah.
I report back to my girlfriend. I report back to my boss. I report back to my parents. It's like now I got another bitch asking me questions.
Dude, I could never have a male therapist. That kind of defeats the purpose. I've already figured it out.
I'm the opposite. Yeah. I'm the opposite because what I've realized about myself is if I'm talking to a woman and she's like not 85 years old, I just start trying to be charming.
Yeah.
I want them to like me too much.
Yeah.
With men, I'm like, you get it, bro, right? You know, and they're like, no, you're a disgusting animal. You need to change. And that's what I need. I need a guy to be like, no, you're being a bitch.
Together. Yeah.
If it's a woman, I'd be like, I actually didn't drink this week, and I'm fucked up at the therapy center.
Oh, dude.
I can't talk to you unless I'm loose. I don't know what to tell you.
At the solar field, there were some. They were chicks. They weren't chicks. They were grandmas, but they loved me, bro.
They were chicks. They were grandmas.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
The guy coming back from summer camp try to tell his friends, he was like, there were all these chicks, grandmas.
Yeah, counselors. Yeah, older senior counselors.
Yeah.
No, they loved me, bro, and it was like,
doesn't that feel so good?
Yeah.
It's the best.
They like They loved me. It was hilarious. But yeah, so I just like tell them all my problems. And
that's
like
therapy.
And then like one of them was like, "Oh, I'll set you up with my daughter." It was hilarious. It's more of a joke, but
well, that's always funny because like when you meet the mom first, and they're like my aunt wanted to set me up with this girl, and then like I matched with her on Tinder, and then we started messaging, and I like tried to plan a date, and as we were talking, I was just like, oh. Already, she realizes I'm a piece of shit.
Oh yeah, you gotta see it happening.
Well, because you're like the adult that you meet, you're bringing them. You're like, hey, how are you? And they're like, he's the sweetest boy.
The
and
same
I'm like,
picture with the the
it's a
rehab
communion
GoFundMe.
picture all over
that
again.
fucking light blue button up shirt.
Yes, dude. You're wearing a polo and a tie
dude. Yeah, dude. I have a folder in my phone of my best pictures. I call it it's my Tinder.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Pictures.
Dude. I had the same thing. I would have named it like times I looked hot.
Yeah, I don't even care. No wonder my dad's questioning my phone usage.
Oh wait, did you ever figure out what that was?
Yeah, it was some sort of like data bullshit.
I knew it.
I feel really bad because there's a lot to unpack with my dad emotionally, but like all the conversations were like, "You doing all right?" And I'm like, "Yes."
Yeah. Well, it is a weird thing. A guy and
it's gay to
a son.
It's gay to connect with your father.
Yeah. I guess that pretty much sums it up. But it's like because you want your dad to think you're a man, but he's wiped your ass, and so you're like his little guy,
and he's seen you at your lowest moments.
Yeah,
like he's
sick of you being at your lowest moment. He's like, how long are you going to be here?
In your lowest moment still.
Yeah, it's like this is a long bottom.
Hey, I just saw your data usage. You're at your low. That was your lowest moment.
Yeah. Well, I've gotten yelled at about data, which is embarrassing to be like, oh, I'm on your plan. That's what I'm doing. Fuck, I didn't even know.
Leave me alone, dude. I'm such a brat. It's hilarious.
Me too, dude. How can you not be?
Yeah.
Well, the problem is like our generation. We just like, dude. I saw this thing on LinkedIn, believe it or not, and in 1968 or something like that, the value of minimum wage was the same value as 5 quarters melted down, and now if you melted 5 quarters down, it's worth like $27.50 or something.
Oh.
So like if we had the same level of minimum wage as 1968, minimum wage would be $27. So that shifts it to be like, yeah, I'm a whiny little bitch, but it's because
oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
We're all poor.
20 yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm being
You're kind of blowing I'm on drugs, dude.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot.
I mean,
is a lot to
who
think
am I
of.
kidding? Even if I was sober, I'd
No,
still...
you know, it's so funny.
Yeah.
I've told like 3 people about this, and they've all made the exact same face where they're like... Because I saw a picture. I got a picture to break it down, and I tell people, like, melted down.
Dude, anytime anyone challenges my brain at any time, I'm like, what is this, a job interview?
Dude, I feel the same way. My instinct is to get angry, like violently angry. Why explain it easier than what you're explaining? But like what I'm saying is the metal of 5 quarters in 1968. If you melted that metal and sold it as liquid metal, it was worth the same as minimum wage, which was like say $6 an hour.
Yeah.
If you melted 5 quarters now, it would be worth $27.50. So that should be the minimum wage. But the problem is now we're not on the gold standard or whatever. Our money means nothing.
Yeah,
back then
we're on cryptocurrency.
We are, because back then it was like $1 meant a certain amount of silver or gold or whatever. Now it's just like this is worth this, and we just make it up.
It's all made up.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
it's crazy, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy to me. Yeah,
I picked the wrong episode to hit you with stuff like that. I'm sorry, dude.
Anytime, any place that be blowing my mind, bro. Like, my friend is really into stocks, and every time I'm like, I don't.
Yeah, no. This guy, I dated this girl in college, and her best friend's boyfriend is now like a social media stock trader guy. Like, that's like, I can get you this return on this investment. Here's the stocks that
I could never promise any return on anything, dude.
I followed him like years ago because I was like, I was friends with him. And then I keep unfollowing him because I'm like, I don't want. And then he shows up in my like, even if I don't follow him, because he's like paying for ads and shit. And I'm like,
making sure we're recording.
Oh shit. Dude, I've been shitting like 5 times a day.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
And full shits, and it's so annoying because, this is all internalized shit. But like, I'll be at work, and then I just go missing for like 20 minutes. Oh no! And I don't know if they're thinking anything of it. But in my head, my boss is like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like waiting for him to say something, and I'll be like, "I'll send you a picture after every dump if you want." Like,
do you want it?
I promise I'm shitting.
I'm actively shitting.
Yeah, it's like it's not fun.
Did I tell you that? You already know who it is. After I tell this story,
you already know. Who it is.
Yeah, okay, so you already know who it is.
That was the first person I thought of, and the way you said it.
He got a job. He got a job counting cans.
That's called a homeless man.
No,
he got a job as a homeless guy.
I swear to God, he got a job counting cans.
1, 2.
At a recycling center.
He's going in people's garbage. 1, 2. I got about like 50. I would count like 50, and they go, okay.
But he's also like fucking the hottest girls that like no one else gets to.
He blows my mind with that, dude.
It's insane.
This dude, I don't know if we want to go to it, but I remember you telling me he had piss bottles next to his bed, and he was banging like the hottest girl I've ever seen. I'm just like, I was dating a girl that was mildly attractive. She was mad at me because I didn't mount my TV on the wall yet. I'm like, what is going on? Dude?
Ridiculous. That kind of showed to me that life is just it is a big fuck off.
It is. It's just, yeah.
But he had a job counting cans. This is why he got a job counting cans, but he was always on his phone, so like the owners really mad at him. And one day he was taking a shit, and they opened the door on him. They're like, "You're on your phone." He's like, "Shit is coming out of my ass. Fuck you."
He stands up, walking. Dude. It is, dude.
I never want to get to a point where they're like you're on your. It's like, no, I'm shitting.
That's so fun, dude. I had the same problem. My job in Phoenix, it was a sales job, and it was mainly work from home. And they would, like, my boss he could see like how much time was between each call. So we're supposed to make like 100 and something calls a day.
Yeah.
And, like, at one point, I had, like, a 10-minute break between my last call. Yeah. And my boss, like, messaged me and was like, "Hey, I see you haven't made a call in 10 minutes. What's going on?" And I was shit, and I just typed back. I was like, "I was taking a shit." I'm like, "You're going to come at me?" Yeah. I'm in my own home. I can't get up for 10 minutes.
Oh, dude.
Crazy? He got fired, like, shortly after.
Really?
That. Yeah, he sucked. And I was glad because I thought I sucked. And then I'm like, no, this guy sucks.
Yeah.
Anyways,
you got to be careful when you start calling people out. You got to be careful.
Yeah, like if I was gone for an hour, bird dog, I get it, but you can't be or if I was gone for 10 minutes, like
maybe you were doing research before your next phone call.
Yeah,
maybe you had to leave. Maybe you were doing paperwork.
Thank you, John. Thank you. No, that's what I was. I definitely wasn't doing that. I was taking a shit.
Yeah, dude. I had a desk job. It was awesome. They wanted me to make a career out of it, but this is already during like COVID, in the middle of COVID, so I was like, fuck this. I was wearing like sweatpants, the same sweatpants to work, not professional at all.
It's something people don't consider about desk job. Like desk jobs on paper, when you're working like a not desk job, you're like, oh, I'd love to just be fucking sitting and not really doing. But you forget, like, you have to sit there for 8 hours. It's like being in an 8-hour car, like a road trip every day.
Yeah.
It sucks, dude. I get so tired.
Yeah.
From doing nothing.
Fucking blows.
It does.
But
it's all right.
It sucks because I couldn't even write jokes.
Yeah, no, that's
like
how
he'd
I feel
already
too.
be looking over my shoulder. Like I couldn't even because all the people I know, some people have desk jobs who like don't work, they don't do anything. All they do is serve themselves at their whole entire job.
Bro,
they don't do any work at all. I couldn't do anything. Someone's over my shoulder at all times.
Nobody's like over my shoulder, but people are walking in and out. So, and right when you walk in the door, you can see my screen. So there's been times where I'm like, this is the perfect opportunity to like do some writing, and I'll pull it up and it'll just say like gay fight. Like I remember one time it said gay fights, and like that was the heading of my joke.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, I can't just have this up. Like,
yeah, no.
So I can never. It's like, yeah, it seems like it would be the perfect job for a comedian. Like, oh, you're sitting at a desk, you can just sneaky write. Every time I pull open like a Word document,
it's not the same.
Like,
yeah.
What the fuck are you doing over there?
Yeah. Comedy is such a dirty secret.
Well, because you don't. We forget what we're talking about. Like in my head, I know what that means. Like gay fights is like a story that I have, and it's not offensive. But
it's
if
a
you
premise.
just look in there and you see
gay
fights,
fights.
Like, what the fuck?
What?
What's he doing on the weekend?
Yeah,
He's like fighting gay guys.
Is he fighting? Yeah, like is he jerking off to it? That's
fights?
Fucked up. But if he's fighting gay dudes, that's awesome.
Yeah, he's doing gay cock fights in his basement.
Dude, I appreciate these the party favors so much. It's very thoughtful.
I figured,
really made my day.
I'd give you a bunch of shit to throw out. Just a mess to clean up.
Yeah, it's
my bad.
No, it's very thoughtful. You know, see is it vain to say that my favorite holiday is my birthday? How could it not be?
Yeah, the only problem with birthdays is that nobody else not everyone gives a shit. Like every other holiday, it's like you're all celebrating together.
Yeah.
Birthdays, it's like unless you have good friends, because like I've had birthdays where I just have nobody, and I'm like, oh, this is the worst thing ever. Like
yes,
I remember my 21st birthday, and I was in college.
Oh no!
What?
You had a bad 21st?
Oh, dude, terrible.
Really?
But, I mean, as a day, as just like a regular day, it was a fun day. But as a 21st birthday, it sucked. Because what happened was, my birthday is December 17th. And I was in college, and that was finals week. My birthday was on like a Friday. So it was the end of finals week. So all my Brockport friends went home. Like, they didn't live in Rochester, so they all went home. And then all my Rochester friends were still at school. Because they had finals.
Yeah.
So just nobody was around.
Yeah, no.
So I had like
ghost town.
I had like 3 people come over, and I had 4 beers and went to bed. And I was just like, all right, I'm 20. And I remember I went and bought beer, and I was so nervous. And I was like, what? Everyone's like, why? It's like, I don't know. It's a new thing. I don't know what I'm doing. I felt like I was lying. Like, I've never been allowed to do this.
Yeah.
Any other time I've done it was with a fake ID. So it's just like, my body was just like, you can't do this. And I bought like the gayest. I bought
seltzers.
Sam Adams like cherry ale.
Oh yeah, that's beginner shit.
This is
right
what
there.
the boozers buy.
Yeah.
I thought I was being all classy. Like, what a bitch, dude.
Yeah,
like an artisanal beer.
Yeah, dude.
I've never seen that beer till this day. I've never seen it again. But it was delicious.
Sam Adams had a great Christmas beer. I forgot what it was called.
They did. They also had Winter Snap.
Yes.
Yeah, my friend Jarrett. Did you ever meet Jarrett? He's the man. You'd love him. But he was like this little Italian guy, and he was the classic like, I'll do it. I don't give a fuck. And we had like some beer that none of us we were like, it was some Sam Adams. It might have been Winter Snap, but we were 21, so it's like. Your taste hasn't developed.
Sophisticated.
And he like drank one, and then we didn't see him for a while, and he came back, and his face looked like he got stung by bees.
Oh, he's allergic?
No, that's what I was like, dude, are you okay? What? He was like, yeah, what? And I was like, something's off. And he was like, no. And I was like, did you just throw up a bunch? And he was like,
yeah.
yeah, throw. So what? I'm like,
yeah, dude.
Yeah, you didn't like it. You could just say you didn't like
Guys
it.
always play off throwing up.
It's so
funny.
not me, dude. I tell it's like a personality trait that I like about myself, but also hate depending on the moment. I just tell people shit because
I remember one time you were throwing up in our driveway. We were living
funny
up
way
in
to
our
start a
place,
story.
and I was talking about how we were going to get famous one day and like have a podcast while you're like throwing up.
bro, I agree.
In the driveway.
That's so funny. That's what every conversation in a driveway puking
Yeah.
is about. Like they're like,
Yeah.
we're gonna be someday, dude. Yeah, I am a puker. Like, because I used to hate. I was so scared of puking, and I hated it. And then once I got like drunk and puked, I was like, oh, it's a good thing to do. Like it saves you. So I just started letting it rip.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm I'm like, I'm just gonna go puke.
Yeah.
I'll feel way better, I promise. I've done it. I did it on the podcast once.
I remember that.
I took one single kratom pill and I started sweating. And
Dude, you are.
I know.
You
I'm
are a
33,
CEO.
dude. This is crazy. I don't own a company, dude.
Cocktail, yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing shit that again. I'm doing Wolf of Wall Street. Shit
It's all herbal
on Winton Road. Herbal Wolf of Winton.
Yeah, natural Wolf of Wall Street, dude. If there were Quaaludes around, I would so get addicted to Quaaludes. It'd be ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean that movie sold me. I was like, yeah, where do we get those?
That's a rich guy drug, though.
Well, then you find out that's what Cosby was using. And you're like, oh, I don't want to get butt fucked.
Yeah.
I don't want to accidentally get butt fucked.
Yeah.
And it kind of happened. Anywho, you want to do
all right, let's do the close.
Yeah.
Do you just want to do it right here?
Yeah. We got time.
All right. What am I thankful for? You, Sean. Thank you for... Love you, bro. Thank you for all the beautiful...
Sorry,
all the birthday pleasantries. Is very thoughtful. And something I want to improve on. I don't. Quite a lot.
I think we should clip just that sound. That's something to improve it.
Try to be happier, look happier at least.
Yeah, that's a good improvement.
Yeah. So, or like, I don't know. Maybe
I saw you walking the other day. You looked happy. It was sunny out though.
Oh, it's so funny that we looked at each other and
you
I
looked
still
at me right in the eyes and I pointed at. But because I know that feeling when you're on a walk, somebody honks and you get scared and then you're embarrassed and then you're just like, oh hi.
Yeah.
And then, so I tried.
It's so funny that I was like trying.
Yeah, you were looking into the sun. Yeah, you're like, and I was like, yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny that dude. It's so funny that like I try to be I try to like just walk down the street and be left alone and shit, and then people will be like, "I saw you."
I know.
Like, oh,
that's why I feel bad, but I'm like, well, I feel weirder just driving by cold faced and not looking at it. But I also have like my car is very indiscreet, like it's a black car.
Yeah.
So it's not like I used to see your white car.
Oh,
it just
with
stood.
the duct
I'm like,
tape
that's
on it.
Yeah, like that's John. There he is.
Yeah. And something I'm looking forward to the rest of my night to see what kind of crazy shenanigans we get into.
We're going out after this for John's
We're going
birthday.
out. All right, so tell me.
Something I'm grateful for. I hate to steal your fucking vibe. I'm very grateful for you. I'm very grateful you made it to the age of 28. I cannot believe how young you are. I know that feels
28
weird.
is not. I
know,
like
but to me,
that's
I'm like,
the worst age. To
in my
be.
head, before I looked up how old you were, I was like, it's got to be his 30th. Like you're not even at 30
You're like,
yet.
look at this guy. This guy is 30 years.
No, well, because I think of like where people were at 28, and all of my heroes like
we're already famous.
No, like 30 was like that's when they got like on Comedy Central or something. Yeah. And now I have to be like, well, I'm gonna be a late bloomer.
Yeah,
but you still have time, dude.
Oh.
You got 2 more years.
Oh, I hate that.
You got time.
Shit.
Well, I don't mean to put pressure.
Oh no, I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, very grateful for our friendship and our
it's a beautiful
kazoos,
thing. Yeah,
little kazoos. Give it another toot on That's nice. Dude, I want to improve my flakiness. I constantly.
You were good today.
I was good.
You're on point today.
I was on point, but I just it's just a mental battle, and I have been working on this. You know what I've been doing? Every single day this week, I've gotten up an hour earlier than usual, and I've gone for a walk/jog, and it has changed my life. I come home with like energy. Like I'm like, oh, this is something.
That's really good.
So I'm working on it, but usually I just come home from work, I sleep, and then go to work, come home, and I'm like, I can't do anything. And I just am a little bitch. But I'm working on it. So that's to improve on.
Yeah.
And then
what are you looking forward to?
To be honest, the only thing I'm looking forward to lately is getting the hell out of here. I do love the city, but it's just we capped it out.
Yeah.
Especially, dude, after the show with the Carlson, it's like, all right, well, I can't keep doing that. I can't just like be like, here I am again.
They were like, you can't keep doing that.
Yeah, no, literally. Like, first of all, what am I going to come up with an hour of new jokes?
Yeah,
like I'm not Louis C.K. So yeah, that's my whole goal is just to move, probably to Austin.
Yes,
I would love to be a New York comic, but the
rates, quality of life is not
insane.
Good. Yeah,
I was looking at apartments in Brooklyn, and I found like I'm like, oh, this is like a nice place, and it would be like $2,000 a month, and even that it would be like 600 square feet. And then I was like, all right, let me plug in $2,000 in Austin. It's like, oh, you can get like a
house,
house you grew up in, for $2,000 a month. They're like, oh. The fuck am I doing?
Yeah, and it's sunny and
yeah. It's like, I gotta. So that's it. John's. John's returning. Let me get a cheers in here.
Cheers, brother.
To the birthday boy.
Yeah.
Genesee
we got fat. Thanks for sticking around,
fat, dude. Did you breathe in?
There you go.